Hi, boys and girls. Good evening. Today's our problem is on page 95 and 96 in our student or our home connection book, and it's called the tangerine problem. And in honor of that, I'm using an orange color. So question number one starts out with asking you to do an estimate. Remember, with division, you're changing the problem. You're not necessarily rounding it. And I see this is the original problem, and I need to know about how much it is. So for me, I'm going to change this into something that 360 divide by a number that's close to 24 that's easy for me to do. So I know 2, since I'm going to write this over here, since 2 times 18 equals 36, 20 times 18 equals 360, I'm going to use 20. And remember, I usually think multiplication when I'm doing division. So how many 20 from 360? Well, if I get rid of the zeros, it's still something that is ratio-wise the same thing. So I know the answer here is 18. So my estimate, it's around 18. Number two, now you're going to actually do it. How many 24s are in 360 using the ratio table? Now my grid is wrong. It should match what you guys have. So how many 24s does it take to get to on here? I might not even get that far. How many 24s does it take to get to 360? So I'm going to jump to 10 of those. Remember, this is a ratio, so 10 of those means 10 24s, which is 240. 5, which is divided by 2, and half of that would be, what, 120? And it looks like if I add those two together, I do get 360, and it takes 15 24. So here's what I know. 15 times the 24 equals 360. There's the answer, 15 of those. So my estimate was about 18. Real answer is 15. All right, Allie says, if I divide 360 by 12 instead of by 24, the answer will be twice as big. Do you agree? Now in this, you could solve it. You got this or this. 360. So they're saying this answer here is going to be 2 times bigger than whatever is over here. And the answer is you should agree. Now why is that? Well, you could solve it. 12 goes into 36. 3 times and into 0, 0. That's 30. 3 times 12 is 36. And this is, we already know, is 15. So you can see that is twice as big. So you could solve it, and that might be one way you prove it. But I also know this. Division is, it's asking you how many of the divisors, that's 12 in this case, are in 360. And this one is how many 24s are in 360. Well, since this is half the size, there's going to be a lot more 12s in 360 than 24s are in the 360. We're dividing the same number, 360 in both. So the answer, since it's half, since 12 is half the size of 24, it will have double the amount into 360. And I think that's pretty straightforward. I don't think you need to tell me much more than that. And that takes us to number 4, which is the actual tangerine question. So if we take a look, as Molly and her, I went too far over here. Holly and her brother Max got the okay to go pick some tangerines off of the tangerine tree, and they pick, and I'm going to make a big box over here, and pretend there's 360 tangerines in here. And they each have their own idea about how they're going to sell these to friends and family. Here's their friends and neighbors, I guess. So Holly, I'm going to write each problem out. Here's Holly's plan, and here's Max's plan. Holly says, I'm going to make 24 in a bag. So I'm going to make my own little bag here, with a little tie around it. Just like when you go to Giant Eagle and you walk in and they have all those tangerines that they're selling in those little crates or bags. Holly's going to put 24 in hers. And they're each going to be sold at $1.50 each. We just don't know how many bags. And this is why we did this problem back here. How many 24s, if you put bags of 24, how many 24s does it take to get to use all 360? And this is where the answer is. We just did it. So if you go back here and you're talking about what Holly would do, she's got 24 bags that are 24 in a bag, and she would be able to make 15 bags with that many in them. So how do we figure out how much money? Because our plan, we're comparing who's got the better plan, which pretty much means who's going to make money. So I would do $1.50 on top times 15 bags. Put bags here. Bags of 24. So we'll figure that out and figure out how much money. Now over here, Max is like, I got a better idea. I'm just making 24 bags at $1.50 each. Now, it doesn't really matter how many he's putting in each bag. He's just selling whatever he's got and making 24 bags. Now, I will say, because we did the math on the other page, each bag, I'm going to put this up here, each bag, not bags, each bag has 15 tangerines. Not that it matters, because Max is just saying I'm just making 24 bags up. So he's going to do $1.50, and he's selling them 24 bags. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I know whose plan is better if your goal is to make more money. If you're doing $1.50 over here times 15, and at 24 times $1.50, Max is going to make a lot more money. So right now, I know Max is going to make more money. The question is maybe how much more. So let's multiply 5 times 0, 5 times 5, regroup. Put a 0, and we got a 0, 5, 1. So we got 2 decimal places in the problem. There's 2 in the answer. So our profit for Holly, $22.50. Now I know that Max is going to make more money because he's got 24 bags instead of 15 bags. Let's do the math and prove it. But let's see, we got 6. Okay, 0. 2 times 0, 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. 2 decimal places, 2 answer. So for profit, Max will make $36. So he's going to make about $13.50 more. And so I think this is enough evidence. Max is going to sell 24 bags at $1.50 each. He's going to make $36. Holly's going to end up with 15 bags because she's putting 24 in a bag, and she makes $22.50. I will see you guys tomorrow. Everybody have a great night, and as Mr. Speck says, be excellent to one another.